Right, we're going to talk about Adsorbate properties now. So that's the purpose of this video, is to talk about how to specify the Adsorbate properties. So let's take a look at this. So basically, one point that I need to make here is that the user interface for specifying the input parameters works for Windows and Mac. So it really doesn't matter which types of operating systems you have. Let's take a look at the initialization tab. So here, when we zoom in a little bit, we can see the basic description for the adsorbate properties. So remember, adsorbates are the gaseous molecules that's traveling inside the packed bed, and we're trying to separate them, and it's mixture, right? So number of components basically means it's the total number of adsorbates in our system for the air separation, assuming nitrogen and oxygen binary mixture. The total number of components would be 2, right? And then you can specify the number of ligases to recover. In this case, we're just interested in recovering oxygen. So that's just one component we're interested in. And we can actually provide the string names to represent our components. So I'm using O2 to represent the diatomic oxygen and N2 for diatomic nitrogen. And I can clear the data as usual, and I can push the data as usual as well. And one thing is that before you close the Excel file, make sure that you're saving the Excel file, so that the floppy disk sign, just press left click it, because that way MATLAB is able to read these tables for sure. Physical properties, so what are they? Molecular weight. So you can just look up the periodic table or ask ChatGPT or Google it to provide the molecular weights for these components. The thermodynamic properties, such as heat capacity. We're assuming ideal gas, but nevertheless we can actually specify the different heat capacity, constant pressure, constant volume heat capacities. And you can kind of see these grayed out values. So when you run non-isothermal simulation, you are to supply isosteric heat of adsorption values as well. So when you run non-isothermal simulations, you need to specify a few more parameters, actually quite a bit more, but you just have to make sure that all the units of these values are consistent with these units that toPSAil requires, right? So just keep in mind. Yeah, so that's it for this video, and that's about providing adsorbate properties.